Hello again. I've had a couple of questions in regard to a cohabitation agreement and what that would look like. A cohabitation agreement between two romantic partners living in the same residence is enforceable as a contract, and I highly recommend it. A cohabitation agreement is going to decide how you're going to pay the mortgage, how you're going to pay for taxes, how are you going to pay for maintenance on the house, what if you need a new roof, what if something comes up and the ceiling falls in, how are you going to deal with that? What about upgrades? What if you want to add an addition? And of course, as you might expect, a cohabitation agreement talks about what happens when and if the two of you break up. I think that's very important, as from my previous video you probably know by now, there's not really any redress in the courts. The reason for that, by the way, is that common law has been abolished in Michigan, and the legislature and the courts have no desire to resurrect that common law marriage theme. So therefore you really don't have any redress in the courts, and the cohabitation agreement will solve your problem in that regard. If the two of you break up, how are you going to divide the property? How are you going to dispose of the furnishings in your house or your condominium? What about the cars that each of you paid on? What happens if one of you predeceases the other? Inside of a cohabitation agreement, we address what happens if one of you passes away before you break up and you each have different heirs. These are things to think about. I'm all in favor of cohabitation, particularly in these times, but you do need to address things, and you can't really put your head in the sand like a lot of people do and think nothing will happen, because things do happen. Relationships end and doors close. When that door closes, you are going to want to have an agreement that has been signed and enforceable in court. Thank you.